Hey guys, Doug the Michigan Piper here in the Pipe Rest, and today I'm smoking some Sir Walter Raleigh Aromatic in my Dr. Grabow Full Bent, and I am here to talk to you about something that you wouldn't think a guy would want to jump on and talk a whole lot about. Mint Medley tea in my Distinguished Gentleman mug. And that subject is hearing aids. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I really don't shy away from some of the more uncomfortable conversations. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoy those sometimes because I think it gives us more to talk about, more to contemplate or whatnot. And so I've needed hearing aids for a while. And the reason why I'm doing this video, because I kicked it back and forth, you know, I was like, should I do this or not? The reason why I decided to do it was because, my pipe's not straight here, is because I've been surprised at the amount of people since I've had hearing aids that have said, man, I need to get them, what's it like? And I don't hide the fact that I have hearing aids. You know, I told people, I was like, hey, in a couple of weeks I'm going to go to hearing aids, we'll see if I can hear people now. I'm just surprised at the amount of people that were like, hey, what, you know, tell me about it. What's, you know, I need to get them, but I'm kind of hesitant. And so yeah, that's why we're here today. So bottom line is I've got some pretty severe tinnitus. So many people have tinnitus. And I don't want to make myself sound any better or worse than anybody else, but it is pretty severe at times. I got that from the military, so I get some help for that, which is nice because my wife's insurance, which I'm on, and my insurance, neither one of our insurances cover hearing aids. Hearing aids are extremely expensive. Now you can go to Costco and get it for $1,500. I chose not to do that after doing some research, and I went for, which will be the first part of our conversation, I went for the higher end, and I was suggested to go to the higher end because of the tinnitus. So these were about $5,000 for the pair. Now, having said that, because of the help I get from the VA, even though insurance doesn't cover it, the VA will cover it. So question number one a lot of people ask is, how much are they? These were $5,000. I will say the brand I got is called a Widex, W-I-D-E-X. And they are made for tinnitus. And from what I can tell, all that means is there's a certain mode, because you have an app on your phone that you can set different modes for your different hearing situations. And it actually does work very well. I went to a fire conference on Friday, and you know, I turned it to the social mode, which helps you more with ambient noise, and it really worked well. And I can tell you that the tinnitus setting did not work for me at all. Matter of fact, I think it had the opposite effect. But basically there's these like wind chime sounds and some static noise sounds that come in and out. You don't hardly hear them unless you're in a very quiet room. But I did not like it. I turned it off and just went with the regular hearing aid, or you know, the regular modes. Funny story. So I went in to see if I needed hearing aids, and it just won't stay lit. I just got to the point where my wife's like, you know, you need to go in. And I'm like, whatever. And I didn't want to be one of those crabby old men. And then I think between that and the fact number two, there are studies that are coming out now that are proving that people who don't take care of their hearing, i.e. getting hearing aids, have a much higher chance of getting dementia, especially early on. So that was kind of one I was like, oh, time to go in. So the funny part of it is I went in, I got tested, And I came out, I'm like, cool, finally, they're going to tell me, do I need hearing aids, or can I go home and tell my wife she's full of it? And I came out, and the guy's like, well, it's kind of a personal choice. There's people with worse hearing than yours that don't have hearing aids. There's people with better hearing than yours that do have hearing aids. Great. He goes, let's send you to one more place. Okay. So he sends me another place, and they're like, well, we don't know why they didn't do the ambient noise test on you. Okay, well, let's do the ambient noise test by all means. So they put you in there and they put static, and then they talk, give you words to repeat. And I'm like, I just want to know if I need them or not. And so she did that final test. I came out and she's like, you need hearing aids. So I, as much as I didn't want to get them, it was nice to know that, yeah, I do actually need them. I'm not just, being a big baby or anything. What's happening with me is my lower end, I have pretty good hearing. She said I'm almost perfect hearing, almost. The problem is, as that chart goes across, and you get to the higher end, it goes to the floor. So I can't hear things. I knew for a few years, like a hissing tire, like if a tire has a leak, I can't hear that. I walk by, and I had my guys ask me one day, they're like, Chief, you can't hear that? I'm like, hear what? They're like that. And then it happened to me just a few weeks ago, matter of fact. I was up on a lift in our bay, and there was a fan that was next to me. And one of the guys said, man, while you're up there, you should grease that. And I'm like, why? They're like, you can't hear that? It's 10 foot away from you. I'm like, no, what is it? And they're like, it's squeaking like crazy. So this has helped with that. Matter of fact, just saying the S's, it's almost weird for me now because I'm not used to hearing the S's as much. So yeah, that's interesting. I will tell you that it's not really hard getting used to wearing them. My fear was I got this thing behind my ear, behind both ears. And, it's going to be awkward for a while, especially wearing glasses. You guys, I don't even know they're there. I will tell you that the part that's in your ear, you can feel that. I feel that pretty much all day long, but I have had hearing or earplugs that I've worn in the past for shooting or whatever else. And after a while, they'll get uncomfortable. I've worn these all day, every day, from the time I got up to the time I went to bed, and they haven't bothered me. So I can tell they're in there, but they don't bother me. What else? Got pretty good battery life. There is a little bit of getting used to because your hearing's changing, right? So you got to get used to the new sounds. And I have an Android phone, which Androids don't do as well with those apps as Apple does or iOS does. So, I can tell, like I open my phone and I can hear a difference in my hearing aids. It's not a huge difference, but there's a difference in a lot of the ambient noise, I think. But you almost don't hear it. It's that insignificant of a difference. But I will tell you that we were driving up to see a movie the other day, and my wife looks at me and she said, "This is weird." I said, "What's that, hon?" She said, "The fact that you're not saying huh all the time." And that's kind of when it kind of was driven home that I made the right decision. So if you are considering getting hearing aids, it's not a horrible experience. It really isn't. Now mine, I think they're called a Widex Moment. They come with a little charger. You don't even have to plug them in. So you take them off and you just drop them in this little charger and it starts charging. There's no plugging in, there's no nothing, it's really easy. But really, for those of you that are worried about the lifestyle change, not a big lifestyle change, really not. I mean, I don't put them in until I'm out of the shower in the morning, but I think these you can wear in the shower if you want to. I've noticed a couple times, you know, putting a sweatshirt on or something to come off my ear and do one of these numbers. You do that, it's like, ah, crap, you know, and I flip it back up there and back up and running. So I did notice at the chiropractor yesterday that, so I don't usually go to the chiropractor very often, but sometimes the back just gets out of whack, and, you know, a few times a year I'll go. And yesterday I was the chiropractor, and it was a new chiropractor, and he grabs me by the head trying to manipulate my head, and he went like this, and I started getting that squealing in the ear like you hear the old guys have in church, you know, when they don't know their battery's dead. Oh man, that was interesting. It didn't pierce my ear or anything, but it was like, okay, you can take your hands off my ear anytime now. So I know this isn't pipe related, you guys. I know this isn't isn't cool, you know, like, hey, what's the latest and greatest pipe or the best pipe tobacco. But like I said in the beginning of the video, there are so many people that have asked me questions about it and are afraid to go down that road. I just want to kind of come on here and go down that road for the people who are afraid to ask. So I know it's not the most exciting video, but hopefully somebody will get something out of it. So and if you wear hearing aids and you got some more to add in the bottom, please do. I think it'd be kind of cool. So having said that, guys, I hope you all are doing well. Until next time, you take care.